joining us. We're so excited. We have a free weekend, and this time we plan to check out a few free camps just outside Oberon. But of course, while we're going through Bilpin, we have to stop off at the Grumpy Baker, which has some lovely delights inside.
Thanks, Truck.
Garlic and olives.
Sourdough.
Yummo. I bring so much food, but we always have to buy something.
It's got full cloves of garlic in it.
Ooh, delicious. On the way, we stop off at the village of Little Hartley, where early colonial history can still be explored. Steve and I both visited here when we were at school for school excursions. It's awesome to still see these buildings standing. So we just arrived at sleepy old Oberon, and I've got to say the country drive here is absolutely stunning, and we do have a beautiful day for it. Definitely worth a trip from Sydney out this way. And we're just going to check out a dam that's, you know, only 5 minutes from the CBD. It's expected to get down to -1 in 2 days' time. I think tonight's due to get down to 1. So just when we thought the warm weather was coming, we have actually gone to where it is cold. Look at those boulders, they look fantastic. Beautiful. Oh, we're just weaving our way down. Oh, there's some fantastic little spots. This wasn't where we were planning to actually stay, but if we find the right spot, we might stay. And this is down to the base area where the toilets are.
Boat ramp.
Boat ramp, gas barbecue. I like the ones up on the hill. Lovely. So just for memory's sake, look at this. We're not going to stay here. We are going to go and venture on, but it's a pretty good spot. We're just early enough on a Friday that we're hoping that where we're going to go next, we might be early enough to get a good one too. So we're just on the side of a public road, and I'm going to ask the question, please be kind. Can you collect firewood that's just on the side of a public road? I did ask a state forest guy and he said he couldn't tell me. Anyway, we've picked up some. We want to create a tripod for cooking on maybe tomorrow night. So we found some long sticks here, and yeah, just got some extra big ones because yeah, the temperature's going to drop tonight. We need to stay warm. We have no heating in the caravan. So we're coming closer to the little town of Burraga. It's not far from where we've just come from with the other dam, but we're heading to Burraga Dam. And we've got our fingers crossed. There's probably only about, we think, 5 spots for camping. Anyway, we'll see if that's true when we get there. Okay, so this is the entrance into Burraga Dam. So there wasn't an actual town that we drove through.
No, the town's a bit further on.
Oh, okay. Ooh, can't wait to see. I could not sleep last night. I was so excited to be away, knowing that we were going to have a couple of days in the caravan is just the best. Already. There's a spot just there that's quite pretty. We were pleasantly surprised to find that there was one really clean flushing toilet, and there was also a drop toilet. There were rubbish bins provided, and you could also ring through to the takeaway shop to get some hamburger and chips. How cool is that? That's very, very nice. There's a rope swing too. Hours of fun, Steve.
Yes.
That looks like a good spot. And then that's the other one, is it? Yeah. All right.
There's one further around.
There's other ones like tucked up, just in different spots. Just drive a little bit further on. I think I found the spot I like. Just see if there's anything else down here. I mean, if you had a little rooftop, that would be good.
Fence there.
Right, and that's a spot someone's camped down in there at some point. Window down. Okay. Back here, nice afternoon sunshine anyway. Pretty happy with this spot. Just thought I'd video because Steve's taking the caravan off. And just in case it rolls into the dam, I thought I'd better capture it. We've got this little guy that's living just in the dam. Oh, shake your tail feather. Serenity. Yeah. When we got here it said it was only 12 degrees, but it's beautiful in the sunshine.
It's lovely.
It's now 5 p.m. and we're about to play contract cards. Just opened a lovely bottle of red, went to the caravan show and came home a member of a wine club. That's what you do.
That's exactly what you need.
Well, we didn't buy a caravan, did we? So it was cheaper just to join the wine club. Because we love our caravan anyway. But we're always looking, and yeah, we're very, very happy with ours. She does the job. So we've played our card game, and at this stage Steve's winning, but we were losing light. We'll pick up on the game tomorrow. And what are you doing over there? Splitting timber. Look at this spot. It's pretty special. Tonight we're going to be cooking on the Pro Q flat dog. I'm trying something new. which is what we love to do when we come camping, is cook.
In there is our charcoal.
I have got all light, but it's... Woo, yeah, there we go. Charcoal, so
that'll be about half an hour, 40 minutes, and we'll be ready to cook.
Cool. Okay.
What time is it?
I have no idea. I really have no idea. And that's the thing about camping, it doesn't matter.
Well, I was about to say it's flat dog time.
Oh, flat dog time.
What time is it?
It is flat dog time.
Wow. How flat is your dog?
Pro Q flat dog from Barbecues Galore. Look at that. Oh,
we're ready to...
Man, where did that come from? You're a magician. So,
I feel like it.
It's pretty late. We've been seriously changing the world with our conversation. We won't remember it tomorrow, but it doesn't matter. We have a really good dinner to cook. Yeah. The coals took a little bit longer this time. These are old coals. That's a good thing about charcoal heat beads. You reheat them and use them over and over again. So for the environment, are they good?
Yes.
That was a question mark. Anyway, here we go. Heating up the coals. Just wait to see what we put on there. Came for a little walk around the campground, and there's some play equipment. It's a bit of an old-fashioned one, and there are toilets here. Steve's just gone to check them out over there. Just having a good look at this sign. So swimming is prohibited near the dam wall, but you can swim further up in the dam. And here we are at the dam wall. I prepped before I left home with these noodle in a jar soup, and all I have to do is boil my water and pour it onto my soup. Very simple idea. Do it while you're away, but for those that don't live on the road, can organise some meals prior to going, and just makes it so simple. Yeah, anyway, we're going to have this for lunch. We've been watching lots of people cook these on their YouTube channels, and I said to Steve, I would love to do that, and he brought it home. So he brought it home yesterday for us to take away. So this is a tomahawk steak, It's just ridiculously big. I wish we had the family here to help us, but you know, I always like leftovers anyway. So we're just going to season it, put a lot of salt on it, and then hang it from our tripod and see how we go. We have got a meat thermometer, and we'll be checking the temperature of it as we go.
It's a ridiculous piece of meat.
Yes. Alrighty, it's that time. Sun's going down. Time to put your meat on, baby.
Meat going on.
Look at that tripod. How cool is that? Yeah, fabulous. I think that looks the right height. And now we should just check the time. It's 20 to 6. 5:42 actually, to be precise. So yeah, we'll just have to keep turning it. Cook it for no less than an hour.
Yeah, well, I think it'll need
A lot longer because it's quite thick.
Yep.
Yeah, so I really wanted to try this out, and I can let you know how we go with our attempt for this challenge. What a spot. Somebody a little bit inquisitive over there. Must be mating season because these birds have been doing a little bit of things on the side. How's the Serenity, my darling?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Great atmosphere. Sitting watching our dinner cook. Look at that.
I'll be Fred, you can be Wilma.
I'd rather be Betty. It's actually dripping. I don't know if you can see that. The moisture is coming out of it. And what does the fat do in a steak? Like the marbling? Keeps it moist. Right, yeah, I think that's right. And this, a tomahawk, is actually a Scotch fillet, I was told. And that's our favourite, isn't it?
Yep.
Steve's just adjusting it, keeps turning it so it gets a good even coverage. It's now 6:14, so it's been on for half an hour.
So we're coming up on an hour. I might just put a thermometer into it. We're looking at about 120 Fahrenheit, which is close to 48 Celsius, I think. So we'll see where we're at. It's a pretty big bit of meat, so might need a bit longer.
We're just sitting here with our Windbreak, and it's lovely and cozy. I've watched a couple of YouTubes on cooking the tomahawks, and they either range from 48 Celsius internal temperature to 55. So I'm actually thinking 52 if we can, and still have medium rare. And I'm going to make up some Deb mashed potato, and I think I might do some broccolini to have with this. I've made my chimichurri, and I've got corn that we've got to put into the embers soon. I've wrapped it in foil, so corn on the cob. So I've got my 3 veg and meat, as my grandmother always used to quote. I must say, with this tripod, it was free other than the chain and the little hook Steve got from Bunnings. To buy these, they can be up to $140, I think, a tripod. And a bit of chain. That's not expensive, is it, Steve?
Oh, it's like $6 or something.
Yeah.
A bit of stainless steel chain.
So add that to the cost of the steak, and we're dining out beautifully, aren't we? Very extravagant. You got to spoil yourself every now and then, don't you? If you can. And we don't get out as much as we would like. Too many commitments, unfortunately, especially at the moment. So to be out here this weekend, it is just the best. So find your inner Gibbo and just go. I love that. Thanks, Kate. Okay, so
we're a couple of minutes off checking the temperature. Hopefully we get to that 52, 120 odd, 25 Fahrenheit. And then we'll char it for a minute each side, straight on the coals. And then give it a rest for 3 or 4 minutes and carve
is that
it up.
it? Not 15?
Well,
Oh, it's only a couple of minutes to rest.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, well, while you're resting, I'm going to cook some veggies and prepare the rest of the dinner. I just thought there's quite a lot of questions we get asked on our videos, and I thought I might just address a couple, and I'm repeating myself because quite often I do actually state at the time what we're using with regards to like our Pro Q flat dog barbecue. What is it?
Yeah, it's a little charcoal burner.
Yeah, charcoal burner. That's from Barbecues Galore, and I think currently it's on special at $99. What else do people they ask about the camp ovens, which you talked about in the last video. So we have a 4.5 and a 9 quart. Now, if I only had one camp oven, I would go the large one because I always tend to cook with cake tins and things within. So go the big one rather than the small one. I mean, if you're going to make a stew and there's only 2 of you, I mean, the small one, that's where it's perfect, and that's what I would use it for. And I have a small pizza tray, and that fits nicely in the small camp oven. But yeah, if you only have one, I'd go the 9 because you can do bread and you can fit lots of big tins in it. That's another question. The Windbreak I made, and I mentioned earlier, I'm actually going to create an instruction sheet with photos, measurements, what I bought to bring it all together. So if you're interested, go back, rewind, find the QR code. It's going to be on the same website that I've got my cookbooks on. And I do have to charge a fee, sorry. Like, I think I'll just put it on for $5 because I have to actually pay the website as well as PayPal for the service. Enjoy. Anyway, did you just check the temperature?
Yeah.
What?
Still at like 110.
Okay, so we're still, because this is such a thick tomahawk, I really wanted to give this a go. Like, so many people have been cooking these and showing them on YouTube, but I don't always get the instructions on how long because each piece of meat is different. And I did want to explain, I will mention the cost. This steak in particular was $76. Now, if we went and ordered 2 Scotch fillets at a pub or a restaurant, we'd be paying that anyway for 2 meals, wouldn't we?
Yeah, definitely.
And
there's more than 2 meals in that.
Yeah, so how much was that a kilo?
Oh, you'd have to do the maths. It was 57 or something a kilo.
So, yeah, I think if you start, ring around to your butchers and ask them how much a kilo their tomahawks are, you might find one cheaper. We have a shop called Singo's near us, and unfortunately they didn't have any for me to pick up, and that's why Steve brought one home. But Singo's will do it a lot cheaper. So if you live up the Central Coast or around Hornsby, Bara, there is a Singo's in Bara that you can pick up some meat, but try and order it before you go away and you'll get a really good deal. Steve picked this up, the one that we've got here, on his way home from Chop Butchery at St Ives. And I think they were pretty reasonable. I think the price you pay is what you pay everywhere. So anyway, I thought I'd give them a shout out because the butcher there is amazing. Their skewers and all the things they've got to sell are delightful. Anyway, we'll keep cooking our dinner. It's getting later, drinking a couple of reds, and I'm rambling. Anyway, hope you're enjoying the content. Alrighty, I believe we're ready to go. Steve's going to take our steak off. Love a man in a glove.
Wow.
So we're going to pop our steak on. Are you timing?
Yep.
For a minute each side to sear it. This is how it looks. Looks pretty good to me. And it's not burnt. That's been 2 minutes on the naked flame. Okay, so I've got some sesame seed oil. And I'm just cooking a little bit of broccolini because I love the taste of the sesame seed oil. And, oh, where'd the dip go? Up here. Okay, so over a year ago, I showed this on our YouTube page, and I know other people are using it. It is perfect for camping. It's instant mashed potato. So with Deb, you have 1 cup of this powder mix of potato, and all you have to do is add 1.25 cups to 1 cup for 2 people. They actually have instructions on the back for how many you're feeding to what you need to put in it. Anyway, for camping, this is like the best. So go Deb. So I've got 1 cup and 1/4 to add to that. So then you just, with your Deb, mix it up. Now, if you want it a bit more creamy, you can add milk instead of the water. You can also add a dollop of butter, but I'm trying to refrain from adding fat to it. Yeah, so look at this. We're cooking in the kitchen. There you go. So it doesn't take long for broccolini to cook. Anyway, Stevie's going to carve. I'm just going to come over here and hope it doesn't dribble on our bed.
Right. I think that's what they do. They just cut it off the bone.
Yeah.
That's it. That's just got through it.
Ooh, I should have taken a photo while it was whole. Doesn't matter.
Right there.
Well, what do you think?
Good.
It's going to be good. All right, pop that there. Now, I don't know if you can see, I've got bowl cozies under our bowls over there. I have 2 that I sewed and made. They're homemade with love. And I have 2 I'm going to hide somewhere, like I hide my stones. But this one, I'm going to put up these bowl cozies. There you go. For 2 people to find. So tomorrow, I'll show you where I'm hiding them. And if you end up where we are, you might be the lucky finder. How's that meat?
It's pretty good.
Looks brilliant. Look at that.
Sensational.
Wow.
I was sceptical.
Oh my gosh. And that was entertainment, wasn't it?
For hours.
Well, what are we?
An hour and a half. Yeah, it was almost 2 hours since we put it on, but it's a big bit of steak.
So it's 2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours since we put this on, and that was so thick. Oh my goodness, that is perfect. Good on you, darling.
Yeah.
Go Gibbo. Okay, so while we tidy up after our delicious dinner, I'm going to make some dessert, and I'm using Pink Lady apple slices that come in a can, and I've chopped up 6 dates, and I've got 1/2 cup of pecans chopped. I've got a puff pastry sheet, and I've sprinkled some cinnamon, what is it, ground cinnamon, that's the one, on there. Now I'm just going to put this topping onto my puff. Okay, while Stevie gets our camp oven out from under the bed, I have put the topping on top of my puff pastry. I've left a little section there, and I'm going to roll this up like a scroll. Alrighty, I'm ready to roll this little baby up, and using this blue divider is pretty good. All I'm going to do is just try and roll this up, tuck in if anything falls out, just like so. And I left that little bit free of any contents because I'm hoping it will stick on the edge there. All right, we're ready for our last roll, like that. So now with that, I'm going to slice it into, oh, I don't know, let's see, maybe 10 slices. See how we go. I've just got to get a sharp knife. This is not going to be the neatest scroll I've ever done. I'm going to go right in the middle. And I think, I hope that they hold, that's about 2 centimetres. So I'll go there, go there. So you should get about 10 in this. Come on, baby. Okay, so I've got 10 little scrolls here. I'm going to place them gently onto probably a pizza tray. I may not be able to cook them all at one time. I don't think my tray's big enough. But Steve's got our large camp oven. He's preheating that now by the fire. And we'll pop this on and see how they go. This is trial and error. Never made this before, but I think it looks and smells and sounds delicious. Okay, so that's how we're going to go. It's not as puffed as I thought, but it is actually cooked. So anyway, let's dish it up and see how it comes out. I've got some maple syrup, and the maple syrup is sugar-free, so must be low fat. I'm going to put a little bit of maple syrup on it, like that, a little bit there. And oh, what I did forget to do, this always looks pretty good for presentation. Little bit of icing sugar. Whoops. Come on. A little bit more on that one. Nope. Like that. Oh, it's snowing. And I've got dollop cream. Man, this is delightful. Now this won't allow you to lose weight, but it tastes pretty good. So just get a good dollop of cream on there. There we go. So there you have it, my apple, pecan and date scrolls. The aroma is sensational. So for brekkie, we're trying something different today. I had some leftover chimichurri, so I've popped it on these mushrooms. We're just baking them for 15 minutes, and I've made up a bacon bean mix in the caravan that has shallots, bacon and salsa and some cannellini beans. Look at this beautiful place, and what a lovely day. Little bowl cozies here. I'm just going to hide them. If you know where this spot is at Burraga Dam, look for this really big tree, and I think I might wedge it in here. Have a little look see. Yeah, so I think I might pop it here. I've got our QR code, so I'm hoping whoever finds it might contact us, tell them they got it. So it's just in there, finders keepers. It's sad to go, but time to head off. And hopefully we have another weekend coming up soon to get away. If you want to know where we end up, make sure you follow us and subscribe on YouTube. Coming into Burraga. This is a little town. There's only a handful of homes. There's a village store, a community hall, and I think that's about it.
There's a sports and rec club.
Oh, yeah, there was a sign up, wasn't there? Oh, so you can get petrol. We thought while we're at it, Oberon, we'd check out a few other camps spots. And we're just in a state forest here, this Hampton?
Yeah.
Hampton State Forest. Yeah, just to see if there's somewhere we can come next time. So this campground, what do you call it?
Thrill Ridge.
Thrill. Oh. Hope you can get out of here.
I don't know.
It's looking a bit tight down there. There's a camp spot down there. Little camp spot.
Yeah.
You'd be happy with that?
Nice fire pit, bit of a view.
Yeah, lovely gum trees. Nice view up here.
Probably stayed
Yeah,
there last night.
somebody's fire is still smouldering. Yeah, lovely view over there. Beautiful countryside. And up there. Wow. I'm going to take the caravan for a Sunday drive in the forest. Looks a bit tight down here. Oh yeah, what is that?
What was it?
It's black.
Was it a cat, was it?
There's a black cat. There's lots of little spots you can stop, potentially camp. Hopefully this comes out somewhere and or there's room to turn around.
Yeah, it should be alright.
At Hartley Reserve, which direction are we heading? To Lithgow?
Yeah, we were just almost at the Great Western Highway.
Right. So coming down to have a little look for another free camp. There's plenty if you know where to look. It's a bit rutted out in spots here. How's the caravan going to go? All right? See?
Back up it. Out of here.
Yeah. Nice and slow. Oh, sugar. Let's come back. So the Cox's River, does it go past here?
Yeah.
Can you turn around up there? Or this way? So much wattle around at the moment, it's beautiful. Picnic spot and camp here.
Across that way into the creek down there.
Yeah, don't know. Yeah, there's water in it. Nice. Doing a bit of bush bashing. Where does it drop away? Somewhere just there. Boys and their toys. This branch comes down low beside me here. Keep an eye out for that. Now up to the main road. If only we had endless time to travel, hey? So last stop, the dump point in Lithgow. Been here many times. It's the closest one before we return home. And we can start fresh again for our next trip. As always, all good things must come to an end, and this weekend sadly is over. We want to thank you and hope you enjoy travelling with us and getting a front seat view of our experiences. The fact that you're still watching right now, well, we think you're pretty awesome. Anyway, thanks for watching.